Hey everybody, this is Brenda from KBW Bargains and welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to share my Goodwill bins haul because I found some great stuff and some new brands that I wanted to share with you. And so the first item that I want to share, I just threw it behind me, is a Columbia trucker hat. Now I love selling these type of hats, the trucker hats, and I love selling outdoor brands. And this does have some cleaning that needs to be done in the middle, but that should come off pretty easy. But the rest of it, you would think it was a brand new hat. It's in great condition. So I'll list this probably for $17.99. Now, I should say all of my items in my store is plus shipping. And I do have my store on sale. I have different sales going on. I do new sales on every Monday and Friday. And I promote my listings. I believe I do 3% promoted listings. So I got a lot of stuff going on because I need to sell this stuff. I like to turn things over quickly. And I do take best offer also on all my items. So the next item is, now if you're not familiar with my store, I sell a lot of outdoor wear, not just outdoor wear, but that's a majority. I try to pick up outdoor. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I live in Oregon, and there is an abundance of Columbia, REI, Patagonia, North Face, all of those, Nike, Adidas. They're all really popular here. I think we got most of the headquarters here in Portland. So those, when I go to the bins or go thrifting, those I can pick up. Those are like my bread and butters. But this is Prana, and I've done well with Prana. It is slowed down quite a bit, but the shorts go really well, especially if they're lightweight, great for hiking. And I'll list these for probably $22. And remember, that's probably not what I'm going to be getting, but that's what I'm going to list it for. Next is weatherproof vintage pants. These are lightweight, stretchy. They're really stretchy. And I sell these pretty consistently in my store. I've been selling, because I usually get the fleece lined pants, but right now these are probably a nylon stretch. Yes, nylon spandex. And they have the mesh pockets, and these I sell regularly in the spring and summertime. And so I'll list these probably for $24. Next is, I love selling cycling pants, cycling gear. So these are cycling pants. They're padded in the crotch, and they have so sticky around the leggings. But these and reflectives, I sell these pretty regularly. This is Azumi? No, Pearls Azumi. And I sell these pretty regularly. So I'll probably list that for about $23. Now this I just sold, and I probably only got it because I just sold a t-shirt, or excuse me, a button-up collared shirt, super dry mountain. I've never sold that one. Super dry mountain. The last one I had was just super dry. And if you can see the label, I think it comes from China or Japan. I think it is, because Osaka, I had a shirt that said Osaka on it. But anyway, it's a mountain sport, Team Fuji. But I sold that one for $24. It was a buttoned-up, nice collar plaid shirt, lightweight. And this is a fleece with probably a polyester overlay on it, and it's hooded. This is in really nice condition. So I'll probably list that for about $35. And this is a lightweight, feels like cotton, a cotton plaid Vans shirt. Now, I like picking up Vans, especially if it's in good condition. And this kind of reminds me of a skater or grunge type. So this will probably go for, I'll list it for about $22. More than likely, I'll probably sell it for $19. But because I have my store on sale and I do take offers, I'm going to list it for about $22. And next is, anytime I'm at the Goodwill bins, I like to pick up dog stuff. So my family's got a new puppy, so I've got this for him. But you be aware of some of the brands, because there are some really good brands in dog apparel that I've sold for like $40. And so, but this is just a basic, it is a good brand. It's a Arcadia Trail. But I'm going to keep this for one of our dogs. And I think this is like a life jacket type of thing. And so I got that for him also. He's a little cutie, brand new to the family. And I don't put these in my pricing because I do have pricing. I'll tell you those, but this is for my granddaughter, so she can hang them on her book bag. But these I like to pick up just for her. And I picked up, is this Prana? I believe this is Prana. Now, I usually don't pick up t-shirts, but Prana and a graphics, and then is it, yeah. So I do pick up some, but the majority of them I try not to pick up t-shirts, but this has graphics there and on the back, which is nice. And Prana's always done well for me, so I'll probably list this probably for 17, but more than likely I'll probably sell it for about 13. But I just do like to pick those up. So going over the numbers real fast, I picked up 27.2 pounds for $1.59 a pound, which brought my total to $43.25. Now I went through all my items and I have 25 items that I'm going to be reselling. Not that I got, because I'm not selling I'm not selling the dog stuff. So I only divide what I'm actually going to sell. So it's 25 items, comes to $1.73 per item, which is right where I want to be, $1.25 to $1.75. Now I did pick up some heavier coats and some shoes. And usually when I do that, I'll pick up some lighter weights items, like some t-shirts, especially activewear, or golf polos that are really lightweight, to bring my costs down. But I didn't this time because I just wanted to get down there and back, because I have to travel 45 minutes away from where I'm living. So I wanted to get down there and get back. But I'm really happy with the $1.75 per item. Now my next bag, and most of these items that I'm showing you right now are bread and butter. So things I can pick up pretty much all the time. And so I'm going to show you those and save the good stuff for last. So this next item is a Columbia hooded windbreaker. It is a big size. I believe it's a 2XL. No, it's just an XL. But I sell these pretty regularly. They do great for hiking. We have a lot of hiking in our area, so these actually go pretty good for me. This isn't, unfortunately, when I do pick up Columbia, I like to pick up Omnitech. And for this, it would probably be titanium. Those types of titles on the, or models go a little bit faster. This is just a regular Columbia with no extra Omnitech, Omni Heat, no Omni or a titanium. So this I'll probably list for about 22. I'll probably more than likely take an offer for $19 to $18. Here's another t-shirt, and I only picked this one up because it's Nike Just Do It. And anytime I get something that says Nike Just Do It, for some reason that sells. I don't know why, but I have a good selling on that one. And so I'll list this because there's no stains or anything that I can see, no markings, no holes. And it is a pretty good size. I believe it's a large. Uh-oh. Oh, it's at the top. I can barely see it. I'm going to have to get a magnifying glass or something. But this will probably sell for probably about $15. I'll list it, like I said, for $17. Now this item I have sold so many times, and it is the Walmart vest. Nobody picks it up at the Goodwill bins because I've seen them. I've sold probably about, I don't know, I would think probably about 6 or 7 of these, and nobody else picks them up. But this will, I list this for $24, and I'll probably get about $24 to $22 for that. Next is cycling pants. I love cycling pants. These are Cannondale, and they zip up the bottom. They narrow down, but these are made in America. I think these are made in the U.S. Made in the U.S. I don't know if they're vintage, but they're in really nice condition. It's hard to believe they'd be vintage. But these pants I'll probably list for $35, and it'll probably sell for about $27. But they are really good condition, and I do really well with cycling pants, jerseys, the zip up cycling jerseys that you see. Usually those sell if you don't have a whole lot of sponsors on them. If they have some great graphic and designs, those are the ones you want. Now these are Prana shorts, lightweight. These are more casual than they are hiking, but I'll still put hiking in the title. And what are they made out of? Cotton? They're made out of hemp, polyester, and elastane. So these are in really nice condition, and these will be listed for $24. Oh, this is a big item. Big item. So this is a full coverall ski jacket, or ski suit, I should say. It's Cerac. There's the brand name on it. And these have sold well for me. I have sold in different brands, usually Obermeyer. I believe that's another skiing one, but those are vintage. I've sold so many Obermeyer, probably about 5 or 6 of them, and they go well for me. And so this one goes anywhere from $30 to $70, and it does need to be through the wash, but it looks like these people have done a lot of skiing on with it. And so it's in really good condition, and I'll probably start at $70 and hopefully get a quick sale on that one. Now this, I saw it. That's the thing about going to the bins. I see things for myself. And so I found some really nice stuff. I was like, why did I ever shop at retail? Okay, so this is, excuse me, I had a coughing fit. So this is a hooded, I like to call this a hooded quarter snap sweater. It is knitted. If you can see this, it is, but you can, you can see through this. I don't know if you could see through that, but I can see it through it. But it is lightweight, and it's a snap, but it's in great condition. It has Columbia on the side. It says Columbia, and it is a Columbia large. I would say it's a women's Columbia. Does it have pockets? Yes, it has pockets. And I just saw this, and I wanted it for myself, but I don't wear a size large. But darn it, I really like these. And so this, I probably sell, these probably don't go for much, but I'll list it for about $19, and I'll probably get about 17. I'm hoping 17. Because Columbia, even though I find it a lot, it doesn't go for a whole lot. Sometimes it can, it gets saturated, and sometimes I surprise myself because there are some that sell for good money. But it's usually like the titanium I've done well with. Anything that's outdoors, lightweight, will sell a little bit higher. So just keep that in mind, especially like REI and all those other brands. Now, what I wanted to show you were some items. Oh, I got this over here too. Well, those, I have good items on there too. So now I want to share the items that did well for me, that I picked up, and I think I did really good on. I found these are like my prize finds, I should say. So this is a nice backpack, and this is it's called Donut by Donut, if you can see that. But it does have some cleaning that needs to be done, which I will do before I list. But when I looked it up, this bag that has the same style and everything, surprisingly goes $20 to $50. The majority of them were about $45 to $50. And there's a lot of backpacks. When you put in Donut backpacks, you come up with an array of them. But there's probably about 10 of this exact style. And the majority of them were selling for anywhere from $30 to $45 was kind of the sweet spot. And so I'll list mine for about 42, 43. Hopefully get as close to that as I can. But this is so if you see that, Donut, check it out. I like backpacks. I have quite a few backpacks and bags that I've sold, and I have that I'm not aware of a whole lot of backpacks that are out there. So I find new brands all the time in them. And so I like selling these types, especially for hiking. I wouldn't say this is much of a hiking one, as more of a day pack of some sort, but I'm not sure I'd consider this a backpack for hiking. But that was a good one, because if I can get that over $30, I'm happy. Now I saw this, and no way is this my style, but because I'm more of an outdoorsy type of girl, but I did like the fray. Now, if you can see it, it frays all over right here for detail around the pockets on the cuffs, and it snaps and zips up. And so when I looked up Bagatella, I believe that's how you pronounce it, they do sell some high priced items. And so I believe I have it $20 to $50 on that also. There's an array of them. I couldn't find this exact one. Now, when I got home, oh, see, there's Goodwill. Goodwill was going to sell it for 40. But when I got back, I found it actually still has the tags, and it's from Nordstrom's. So go figure. I might actually list this closer to $50 because I didn't find the exact one. So maybe, just maybe, this is the big prize. So so never be afraid to look out, because I used to only pick out things that I am aware of, and so now I've been buying or picking up items that I know just by looking at them and looking at the brands and looking at the tags, I can kind of guess that it's an actual good brand, or a vintage brand. And so make sure you're checking your comps when you're out looking around. I pull my phone out all the time and check these tags, check the brands, because you'd be surprised what you don't know. And I'm not a fashion girl. So this at Nordstrom's, I would have passed this up, but I decided to look it up, and I'm glad I did. So I'll be listing that probably close to $45. Now the next one is more up my alley. This is a Columbia PFG. It is a backpack, but it's a cooler, and it's insulated on the inside. Insulated. It's really nice. It's got the nice foam filling. It doesn't collapse really that much, but it's got a lot of zippers and compartments. I can see this is another one. It looks like you can probably maybe put your fish in there after you've caught it. But this is in great condition. It's got 2 mesh pockets on each side, and it's got a nice back to it. But it's in really nice condition, other than some spot cleaning, which I'm hoping that's going to come clean. So like right there, that's just an easy clean with probably a magic eraser. But when I looked these up, there was 2 that were brand new, and they were selling $64 to $80. There was only 1 used that was listed. Excuse me, it was listed for $35. There was only 3 that were sold, none that were used. So maybe mine will be the one that sells. And the brand new ones, they sold for $64 to $74, and then there was 1 that sold for $30. But I'll probably list this for about $45 and take offers from there, because I think it'll clean up. It's got that nice nylon canvas on the outside, so those clean up well. The next one is, now when I saw these, I'll show you these. Here they are. They are Converse, Chuck Taylor, and athletic shoe. And I don't pick up Converse or Vans just because it's so saturated, and it seems like you get the same brands over and over, or the same style over and over and over again. But this caught my eye just for the fact they were in such good condition, other than some minor markings here that should come up with a magic eraser. But there's no spots. This is actually really clean. The canvas on here, the bottom of the shoes don't even look like they've been worn. And the inside of the shoe, no stinky feet on those. Those are in nice condition. So I said, I'm going to look them up because they're in just such great detail, so clean. I decided to look them up, and I'm glad I did. But I have a question for you. Would you pick them up after you realize that there's none that have sold? So when I looked them up, I put in Converse. They are lucky, because I Googled lensed it. These are Lucky Star OX Surplus Olive Green with the brown trim. And so when I looked them up, there was only 1 that came up, and it was the exact same shoe. And they had it listed for $59.99. So I was pretty excited. But I scrolled down anyway, even though 1 matched. If you scroll down, sometimes it'll show other ones that are further down that you kind of use different wording. But there was none that were low tops. There were 2 that were high tops. There was 1, I believe there were 2. One, they were asking $75 for the new one, and I believe $30 for the used one. So I decided to go to the solds, and the solds didn't show any low tops. Now this is a Lone Star Exo Surplus, and you can tell by the stitching. And so I, matched other ones that looked like it. I couldn't find them. They have the Converse 1 star shoe, but with this stitching and the Lucky Star and OX Surplus, I couldn't find any low tops. I did find quite a few high tops, and one high top sold for $75, and there was another one that sold, another high top that sold for $45. So I'm just going to go ahead, and would you pick these up knowing those numbers? I mean, take a chance on them. I decided to take a chance on them just because on the condition of the shoe, and that none sold. I mean, I think they got to have some value. So, but I'm going to list them for $45, and probably, hopefully I'll end up with $30 or more. But these are in really nice condition. And maybe they're the winner. Maybe they're the jackpot that I got out of my haul. And so the next, I got quite a few shoes and some heavy coats. But the next shoe is Hot Chocolate Design Mary Jane. Now this is a new brand that I'm not aware of. If you can see right there, hot chocolate. And when I saw them sitting in the bins, I thought, oh, those are unique, but Hot Chocolate Design, what kind of brand is that? I figured they were just some cheap fashion shoe that you can find regularly at the bins. But for some reason, it caught my eye, and I thought maybe I should look those up. So I looked them up, and I'm glad I did. If I can scroll them right here, I will. But they are Mary Jane's. But what's unique about them is that I only found one pair that looks exactly like this, and they were asking $40. Now, the unique part about them is that they're going $30 to $70, and there's never two shoes the same. They have wacky designs on the outside, like dogs, cats, princesses, just different kooky designs on the outside of them. So if you have a chance, look them up. It is Hot Chocolate Designs, but they are just a unique shoe, but they sell for $30 to $70. So I'm going to list mine probably for about $39. I think that was probably the sweet spot where most of them were selling, was $35 to $40. So I'm going to list mine for those. But these, you got to take a chance sometimes just by a brand that you're not aware of. You can't be too opinionated on it, because I probably would have never looked that up. Hot Chocolate Designs, go figure that would be worth that much. So, but I'm glad I did. And so take a chance. Make sure you're looking up comps. If you see something you've never seen before, and I do that quite a bit on clothes, but shoes, I just thought those would be like some cheap fashion shoe, and I'm glad I looked them up. So the next is, now I will say, when it comes to shoes, I try to pick only shoes that I don't have to do a whole lot of cleaning on. And so I'm a little worried that I'm not going to be able to get these clean as much as I want them to be. But these are Obez Sapphire, OBOZ. There's the name of them. And I'm probably butchering that pronunciation. But they are a hiking shoe. And when I looked them up, they're going the exact same shoe for $35. And there's probably a good 10 of them that have sold for $35. So that's what I'll list mine for about $40, because I do have my store on sale and I do take offers. So I'll list them a little bit higher, but they do have some major, I would consider major cleaning on them. I can probably spot clean them, and that's probably what I'll do. I'll debate whether to put them in the washer and dryer. But other than that, they're in really good condition. The bottom, the insides aren't that worn. And they say dry, so they're waterproof. So a great hiking shoe. Everything looks good on them. And this right here has this line right here. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's not on the other shoe. And hopefully that'll come out, because they're going for a good price. And so that's why I got them. I thought I'll take a chance on them. And the bottom of them are still in good condition. There's still a lot of hiking in them. Next shoe, and like I told you, I sell a lot of Columbia, a lot of outdoor brands, REI, North Face, and shoes. I usually don't buy shoes. I buy hiking boots in Colombia, but I saw this, and again, they were in good condition. Maybe some spot cleaning, but again, if you look on the bottom, they're in really good condition, really a lot more tread on them. And they're unique because you can't see through them. They're mesh right here. And so when I looked them up, they are a Columbia Ocolana trail water shoe. And when I looked them up, they go on a, excuse me, they sold regularly for about $35. And so I said, I'm going to give them a shot. I mean, they're lightweight. These are a big size. Holy cow. What size are these? 13, a size 13. But these are lightweight, and for outdoors hiking people, this would be a great shoe to have. And if you can see right through them right there. So these will be good. And hopefully I can get the 35 asking. Now next is a wool blend bomber jacket. Love selling these type of jackets. And it also has the front pockets, which kind of gives it the military style. And I've sold this type pretty regularly, and I sell them for some good money. And so when I looked this up, this is actually another brand that I've never heard of. It's Sportier. And when I looked it up, it comes back as vintage. And I mean, it's not made in America, and it's not made in Hong Kong or Taiwan, but it does come back vintage. And they were going for $20 to $45, different styles. But this type of style was probably closer to the 45. It was a wool blend. It is a polyester and wool. And it does have a zip away right here on the collar, a zip away lightweight hood that comes out. And so I'll probably list mine for about $50 and be taking offers there. It'll probably sell more realistically for about $40, but I'm going to set it for $50 and see what we can get. I really like selling these type of jackets though. All right, now this, a real disappointment, I must say, but this is a toddler's rain hat. And I cannot pronounce this. It's a new brand that I've never heard of or seen, but it's Polar O Pirate. Is that how you pronounce it? It's new to me. I'm probably butchering it. But anyway, so when I looked this up, because it's a new brand, there's only one listed, and it's listed for $110. I let out a small squeal, and then I looked at the sold, and to my surprise, one sold for $16. So I thought, okay, there's only one that sold. Maybe it's still a good brand. So if you scroll down, even though I had a toddler rain hat, just down below that was toddler snowsuits. Now, I have said in previous videos that toddler snowsuits, doesn't matter what brand, I pick them up. If it's REI, North Face, usually those get more. But if you pick up Gap, Old Navy, they'll still sell, and they sell for good money. But this brand in a baby snowsuit sold $60 to $80. That's used. And then if you scroll down further, there are actual winter coats and there were girls, mostly girls. They sold anywhere from $34 to $50. So it's still a good brand to check out and kind of remember that. Now, my disappointing part on this hat was when I got back, I figured, I'll post it for $25. That was kind of my idea. But I got home, and I should know because the outer is kind of made of feels like a thin layer of vinyl. And it cracked, and I could see that it's starting to peel. So I will not list it. So that'll go over into my donation pile, or my, during the summer, I do yard sales. So maybe somebody will want it for their yard sale. So that was a bad thing, but it is a brand for you to remember and kind of check out those comps. Now, the next item is another brand that I've never heard of, but that was not the reason I picked it up. I was going to pick it up regardless of the brand. It is a color block jacket. It's lightweight. It does have rope cinching around the neck and rope cinching around the bottom, but it's the color block that I was going for. It is lightweight. It feels more like a windbreaker, but it's cotton. I don't think it's polyester. Excuse me. But it is, I'll show you the brand. It is Beartan, but it's made in Hong Kong and has the nice gold metallic stitching on there. But I think this just screams 80 and 90s, don't you? And I've done well with color block jackets. And I use that in the title and they go well. But this, when I looked it up, it only comes back as vintage. And so when I put in the search, I put in the brand and then put in color block vintage jacket, and just a few of them came up, and they all came up with some great pricing, anywhere from $30 on up to $100. So I'll be listing this for $50 and probably realistically sell it for about hopefully $40. But color block jackets, it really doesn't matter on the brand. Now the last item I have is Teva. Now these look like slippers, but when I looked them up, slipper was never in the title. Now I have sold these. These are Teva re-embers, but these are the fleece or mock fleece. And when I looked them up, because I did sell the re-embers that have the quilted polyester soft shell on them. This actually has a fleece on, which is really nice. And the bottoms, again, really nice condition, and it doesn't look like they've been worn. The inside still is clean. These are a size 7. They look smaller than a size 7, but when I looked them up, these were going regularly for $34 selling. So I said great, because when I go to the bins, I don't like to fight over the bins. So when they bring out new ones, or when I first get there, I avoid the shoe area because the shoe sellers go there first and they are very aggressive, and they'll just start throwing shoes into their basket. And I like to wait until after they go through them, because then they throw, like if they only find one, they throw it back in there. And so I was surprised that these were still sitting on the top and still wrapped up, still tied together like this. And so they probably thought they were just slippers. But lo and behold, I've sold them before. All right, that's all I have for this haul. And I hope that helps you with some brands that I've never heard of, and maybe you've heard of them. And would you pick up those Converse shoes? All right, have a good day.